Hey guys, the section of violence here. I just thought I'd go over Bellator 287. Piccolotti versus Barnois. Now, if I could start at the bottom, we have Sarvadzon Kamidov versus Jose Maria Tom. Now, these boys got after at the weigh-ins. They don't like each other. I'm really excited for this fight. I feel like Hamidov's gonna have this one in the bag. I thought about sprinkling on the dog, but due to the age, I'm gonna have to just stick with Hamidov by unanimous decision. I don't see a finish, but it'd be cool if he did get the finish. Jose Maria is very, very experienced, lots of wins, well-rounded, trains with Henry Cejudo. I just think it's a weird fight, but I'm gonna still go with Sarvadinov. Kamidov, betting and predictions. So. Moving on, we have Stephen Hill versus Andre Fuzzi. I'm gonna have to think about this betting wise tonight. I don't know. The odds are telling me Fuzzi, but I don't think it's a smart idea. I still think Stephen Hill is gonna win this fight. He's just a better wrestler, in my opinion, um, and he's gonna get the job done, either by decision or TKO. It's an interesting fight, though. These two first fights are a doozy, so I'm interested to see what happens in both. Then moving on to another doozy fight, we have Lucas Alcina versus Luke Trainer. Luke Trainer let me down big time with B Young. I thought he was gonna not beat up B Young, but well, beat up Ben Young for 3 rounds, and he didn't do that. He showed a few areas of weakness. I don't know. I could be wrong, but he was healthy going into the fight. He just didn't fight well. I feel Lucas Alcina is past his prime, or at least he looks like it. He's not doesn't he's all right striking, but I feel like Luke Trainer's gonna pressure him against the cage and potentially get a TKO win. Probably in the second round. I don't know though. It's a weird fight. But I'm gonna go with Luke Trainer here. Feel like he'll get the job done. All these odds are pretty swole, so you can't do much with any of these odds, but we'll see. Moving on, we have Nicolo Soli versus Barama Camara. Now, originally, I was on Soli because he is a good fighter and he made it close with that guy. I can't even remember his name, Palette. So I do think if Barama does not, if he gasses out for some reason, this is Soli's fight to win. But Camara hits hard, man, and I don't know how Soli's going to deal with that. And that X factor is always going to be a problem. So I'm going to have to ride with the guy with the power ever so slightly. I'm not confident at all. Probably my least confident prediction. But yeah, I'm going with Brahma Kamara. Yeah, by TKO in round one. Moving on, we have Simone Bion versus Dragos Sabuco. Simone Bion, first round TKO. This isn't fair. He looks like a giant compared to Dragos. Dragos doesn't look like he's ready for this fight at all. I feel like Simone's going to just beat him up for however long Dragos can take the beating. But yeah, I see Samoa winning this fight quite convincingly in the first round. Um, Moving on, we have Yves Landau versus Walter Cogagliandro. I got Yves Landau, but it's not a very confident prediction. Walter Cogliano could grind out a decision. I just don't know how his chin's going to handle Yves. He's very explosive, very dangerous. And I see another highlight reel finish potentially for UVs. But yeah, I don't know if Walter fights smart. He could just edge him out decision wise. He's pretty good at doing that, so has good grappling. So, but yeah, moving on. But no, not moving on. Sorry, but yeah, I've used Landu by unanimous decision, split decision. Moving on, we have Chiara Penko versus Manuela Marcantonetto. Now, Chiara Penko lost to a girl that Manuela beat. So automatically that means I'm gonna have to ride with Manuela. But not only that, I feel like Manuela has more consistent career, or Chiara Pango has had a rough spells. And given though Chiara her last win wasn't that great, so I'm not gonna take too much from that other than I feel like with against a real fighter, with a good she's a champion in another organization. So she'll have some confidence. This is going to be a real test for Shiara. I'm going to ride with the dog ever so slightly. Um, yeah, that's gonna be another one of my controversial predictions. I'm not gonna go by percentage, but yeah, screw it, 55% confident. I'm not very confident, but yeah. Moving on, we have Thibault Guti versus Davis. Alfie Davis is very crafty. When he gets going, he's hard to stop. So you have to try not to let him get in his rhythm. Thibault is very, very wily, experienced, dangerous, well-rounded. I feel like he's going to cause a lot of problems for Alfie. I see unanimous decision Thibault all over this fight, but I don't know. He could score a finish. I doubt it though. Thibault is just more well-rounded, and that's going to be the thing that wins this fight. Moving on though, we have Castel Van Steinitz versus Camille Zook. I can't even say his name. Yeah, Castel Van Steinitz is going to look to grapple. Camille's going to look to strike. Another one of my hot for take predictions. I'm going to go with Camille here. I'm not very confident, but I feel like he could win this fight on the feet. This is a good fight for him. He's very, very dangerous on the feet. And I'm not saying Castel has no fight stand up, but I feel if Camille lands, it's going to be a big problem for Castel. And yeah, he only has two losses. I don't know. Might go back to Castel. He was my original prediction, but I don't know. This is a hard fight to predict. Um, yeah, and with those odds, you might have to must have to take Camille anyways. So I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Moving on, we have Davy Galone versus Danielle Scatizzi. Danielle Scatizzi, man, he's a grinder, but if he knows the fight's not going his way past the second round, he gives up. And he's tough. He's dangerous, somewhat. Not really. More control wise. I feel Davy Gallon's gonna win this fight by unanimous decision, possibly score a finish by TKO. I doubt it though. He's gonna get a unanimous decision win. He's just again more well-rounded, a better striker. I don't know about more well-rounded, but he's a better striker for sure. Has good judo. I feel like he's or is it sambo? I can't remember. One of the two. He's really good throws. So Danielle's gonna have some problems getting him to the ground. He'll once he's on the ground, Danielle's like a pit bull, like a dog on a bone. He does not let you have a second to breathe. But I think Davey's gonna be able to deal with that. Yeah, I got Davey by unanimous decision. Moving on, we have Justin Gonzalez versus Andrew Fisher. Andrew Fisher is a beast. For his age, I definitely think he's a problem. The thing with him is he hasn't faced anyone that good in a while. His last opponent was it was Attila Kormkaz, and it wasn't the greatest opponent, and he won unanimous. I'll give him that, but it wasn't like he was fighting the greatest guy. And I just feel like he's been doing good against mediocre guys. Nicholas Backstrom's the last guy he beat that was pretty good. He lost to Norman Park, um, Artem Lobov. Like I think Gonzalez should be able to beat him. That's just a fair assessment. He has better grappling, decent striking, I'd say. No, I'd say Fisher has a little bit of a striking advantage, way more knowledge, but I just feel like Gonzalez's age, explosivity, wrestling, pace will put on pressure and win a nice unanimous decision. He's a beast, but he needs to put on more entertaining fights. That's why he didn't get signed to the UFC. I feel like Justin Gonzalez has this in the bag. Unanimous decision win for the kid. Moving on though, we have Saul Rogers versus Tim Wild. Now, I'm not hating the idea of going Tim Wild for a striking advantage. It's really good striking, but the grappling advantage of Saul Rogers is winning by unanimous decision is too big of a possibility not to take. So I'm gonna have to ever so carefully 52% take Saul Rogers. I'm not confident on it. I hate going against my guy Tim Wild, but it is what it is. Going against Alfie Davis, I expected him to run through him, and he didn't. So I'm gonna have to trust Saul here. I take him. He's gonna win a unanimous decision by grappling him. Maybe having a bad round, but I see him winning this fight. Moving on to the co-main event, I believe we have Fabian Edwards versus Charlie Ward. Very dangerous man is Charlie Ward. He lands, it's a problem. The problem with him is he's hard. Like he lands so wild punches. He fights guys that aren't the greatest too. Took Alan Carlos to a decision also. Fabian Edwards, I don't see him letting that happen. I feel like if he does not get a finish in this fight, I'll be shocked. Like this should be a fight he wins quite comfortably. And oh, he Gustavo Vancinas beat him. I don't know. I might have to go back to Gustavo Vancinas tomorrow. Don't think I'm fully on not on him. But yeah, I feel like he should be able to beat Charlie Ward. Charlie Ward's grappling isn't the greatest, especially not the level of Austin Danford or Costello. So I just think it's gonna be a good fight for him, man. It's gonna be a good fight for him. He's gonna piece him up, potentially get a doctor stoppage. I see that as well. He's a lot of scar tissue, Charlie Ward, so see a doctor stoppage potentially in the at the end of the second or first round. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm on Fabian. He's very inconsistent, but I still think he'll get the job done here. Moving on, Adam Piccolotti versus Mansois Barnois. Now, if you look at Mansois Barnois, he has a great record, but he's fighting like the best guy he's fought was Shamil Zavarov, who is 35-5, and typically they have a padded record as well. So I don't know truly his skill level. Um, he lost to Islam, Kevin Lee, Gamrot, like all these guys are pretty good, like well, really good than Kevin Lee. So I don't know, man. It's a weird fight. I'm gonna have to still go with Adam Piccolotti. He has a problem. It seems like Varnwell has a problem with wrestlers, and yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Adam Piccolotti here. Not super confident, but I'm not like a slight lean or anything. So yeah, I got Piccolotti winning this fight by unanimous decision. I don't know, is it 5 rounds? And potentially getting a submission in there at some point. I don't know. We'll see. It's a fun card though. I got a lot of plays I'm thinking about playing. We're gonna go back to that. Probably gonna be playing Goody for sure for a unit or two. Played Manuel Mercanti as an underdog. Simone Mignon is definitely a lock. I'm gonna put him into some parlays. Um, I like. I'll put Luke Trainer. Put trust in him one more time probably, and then I'll have to find one more. But I'll have to leave that up for me tonight. So until next time, guys, like, subscribe, share to your friends, and hit that notifications button if there is an option, because they'll keep you in touch on what I'm doing next. I know I don't post a whole lot, but if you guys like, subscribe, and share, maybe I will. Awesome. Until next time, guys. Peace.